Oh, talk. Talk.
What's going on, you guys? What's happening? All right. My apologies for the delay. We had some very hardcore, high key technical difficulties, but we are here now. Welcome to the Kinkazoid podcast. So it's your girl, Chasey Hazy, but how you say it? Hazy in your mouth, Ian.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Royal. No tagline necessary. Just recognize she's a queen.
Woo, 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 woo. Producer will be joining us later on. It's just this is
I don't know if he will. I don't know.
okay. If he will, he will. He don't. He don't. Okay. This is just
Okay.
the
All right, whatever. We can do this without him.
yeah.
Well,
It's been a lot. It's been a lot. Okay. So
it has. It has been a lot.
technical difficulties have happened, but women in IT, we make it work. Okay. Because goodness gracious, I'm a light.
Listen. We're taking over the technical industry, okay?
Very much so. Okay.
I'm so proud of you. You did your thing. Like we
Okay.
were having a whole moment.
Trouble. I was having some issues.
You were,
Okay.
but it's okay though. You got past them. I'm proud.
Right, guys. How are you? We made it, y'all.
We made it.
Thank you all for those who are watching. We appreciate it. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe.
And tell your friends, and tell your mama, tell your cousin, sister, uncle. We need some viewership. I'm just saying.
We need some viewership, okay? Please. We need it. We need it as fast as possible. We thank you. Okay. Anyway.
We have been, I will say this, as far as followers go, we have been doing pretty good. I can't complain.
Okay. Now, I will say we have a couple little stuff, little weird things that So, producer, okay, sent a picture. I'm gonna try to.
Are we talking about that?
Yeah. You said what?
I said, are we talking about that? I forgot.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to get the picture as much as I possibly can. I'm gonna see how people do it. Hold on. Screen layout. Let me see. We doing stuff today. Okay, we doing stuff today.
We are.
If I show my,
or should I say you are, because you in control right now. I'm not.
Yeah, I am. I'm just
right.
I'm trying to figure out how to do stuff. Where this is the figure it out show. Okay, we figuring it out. Okay, are you still here? Thank you. We appreciate it. So, hold on. Cinema layout, picture layout. I'm trying to just get the picture downloaded for you guys, so that way I can bring it up and not have it all be like weird and shit. But regardless of the fact, we'll put the picture in the Discord if I'm not able to get it. But yeah, the picture is disgusting.
It is. And listen, I don't be trying to. What they say, you're not supposed to yuck nobody's yum. I'm sorry, I'm yucking. I can't. Like, I wish they could see it, the actual visual.
I don't know how to new layout. There's a layout thing here. Screen layout. Oh no, there's something here. I don't know.
Listen, her producer is actually in
present. Slides or share screen. Okay, I'm just gonna share screen. I'm gonna share it, and hopefully it'll start, in 3 seconds. Okay, hopefully. Okay, all right. Chrome tab. Okay.
Raya, you nervous? Okay, I actually had to see it.
Can you see it?
Hold
can y'all see it?
I can. What?
Y'all can see it?
Yeah, they can see it.
This is what I'm talking about. Do you see this? These French manicure toes? Okay. Y'all looking at this? With the hole.
I can't.
Now, why is there only 4 toes?
Wait, that's your question? Your question is why is there only 4 toes?
It's on heels.
Shut the. It is a heel.
It's on heels. Oh my god.
Oh no. Oh no. Bright Eyes
Stop
said it. That's
it.
a foot fetish to the next level.
Stop it.
Nah. I'm sorry.
No.
I don't even have words. Like I'm
I'm on.
scarred. And then look, wait a minute, Habduzer, I need to know what the hell it is. Did you be what? How does this shit keep ending up on his timeline? That's my question.
That's taking foot fetish too far. Like, what is it that you thought in your mind and said, you know what would be really good? Is to create a pocket foot. Do men, like, I know that men, there are some men who like foot play. Like, they like the foot stroke, foot job.
Right.
They love a foot job.
Good job. Good job.
But that's different.
That's different. That's different. And then like I just want to know what the customer base look like. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to see their production. I need to see if there's this is actually.
Why wouldn't you make a fleshlight with 2 feet coming out of it? And then because that's 2 feet doing it, that's giving the foot job. Why would you give a foot an animal like it looked like a pterodactyl foot coming at you live?
I don't know. I think it would make more sense if they would have done it the 2-foot route. Like I don't know what that would have looked like. Probably a lot better than what this thing looked like. Honestly, like I'm not gonna lie about that. I can't. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm stuck.
That's nasty, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm trying to like not like think about it, but that is nasty. That's nasty. I'm stuck on the photos. Like why? Like why? Why?
Playing with feet on this. You did this. You did this. I don't know what. Listen, I know the range of toys is like not as broad as it used to be. And we've been doing this for a while, so we probably have highlighted a lot of stuff on this show. Okay, but I just feel like this right here.
That was me by an accident, don't mind me.
Yeah, I saw that. I looked down and I saw who it was.
I'm trying to just share.
Maybe she's stepping on him with 1 foot. Maybe.
No excuse. Me not hear excuse. So no, that's nasty. That's very nasty.
But don't kink shame. We're not supposed to kink shame. We're not supposed to. Like we supposed to be open.
That's not a kink shame. That is a bad toy creation. That is not a kink shame.
I'm not always looking for the new. He get on my nerves.
Horrible. That's a horrible creation.
Somebody, like, honestly, because it's not just like it's. Now I'm wondering about the mechanics. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't creep them out that them little claws is like gonna be touching them when they.
It's not about the mechanics. Who made it? That's who I want to know.
Like whose idea was this?
That's who I want to keep my kids from. Who made that? Who thought about it and then made it? Because you ain't invited to no cookout of mine. You ain't invited to not 1 ounce of a cookout of mine. Not one.
Somebody is supposed to just stay on the drawing board. Like they don't need to actually, come to fruition. You ain't have to. You didn't have to make that. Who is it helping? I don't understand. I'm good.
I'm disturbed.
I'm disgusted.
I don't want it no more. I don't want it. Would you rather?
But we should Would you rather?
I'd rather my face. Because
my face?
That makes 10 times more sense. What the fuck? What do you?
That's not a question. That's not a question. Between the two, yes.
First of all, Foot fetishes
Did he say the Raptor edition? You're lying.
are
No, I'm sorry. Pictures or it's not. It didn't happen.
foot fetishes are feastist.
You said they what?
They're feastist.
Feastist.
Because it's made for people with arches. Now, if you don't have an arch in your
Wait, are you trying to say
first
they're feastist?
yes.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Foot fetish.
Feastist. Okay. I was confused. I'm still confused, but go ahead.
Because I believe a foot fetish person would want a person with an arch. You know, like that nice way that they sprawl out and stuff like that. And
Not
then
necessarily true.
if it curls around the dick, I feel
Not
like
necessarily true. Okay, so I have like a small arch, and this is about to be telling too much of my
they
business.
don't want no flat-footed hoe.
Listen. I got flat feet too. Like, but I have a small arch in my foot or whatever. But I don't think it matters. Like, as long as you have cute feet, I think that's the point. She said some stuff I just don't need to Google. Facts. I'm saying, as long as your toes are cute, like your feet are cute, I think you in there. All right, you think I'm lying? Put a picture of your toes on Reddit and see what happened.
I don't want nobody to see my feet. They cute as fuck, but I don't want nobody to see my feet. That makes me feel weird. You know why? I don't want no one to see anything of me that I know they can't tell it's me. That's the only main reason why I don't put content out. I could
Really?
Wait. Okay, let me just tell you.
I'm just saying, wouldn't it make more sense?
This is
not
a bigging my head up thing. This is not like I'm the baby's beat. I'm not that. When I tell you the production I take in sending my mans and them, like,
okay, I get it.
Myself,
it's the production value thing.
I
like
put work in.
Yeah.
I'm not just on here I'm not just sending you a snap of me playing with my titties. You know what I'm saying? I changed before I had, light changing colors. I would dim the lights a little bit. I would use either different creams, oils, butters, lotions. I'd make sure my nails were done. And I'm not just playing with it, whatever. I'm doing different things, whatever, different zoom spots. And I'm putting music on in the background, one of your favorite songs in the background. I'm
going thought into it.
Yes, when I send videos of me in lingerie and stuff like that, I do it to a song that I really know. I do more smooth movements. I'm making very deep eye connection and stuff like that. I make sure that what I'm doing is sending great work. So it's not like you're just sitting it and you're like, fab, okay, you're naked, fab. Like you're getting an experience, like as if you're sitting in a chair and I'm doing this for you.
Okay.
It's like that rise of excitement. So when I tell you that I would make a fucking killing if I had like an OnlyFans or if I did Patreon or if I did something, I would make mad money. But it would be a very much no face, no case situation.
And I was about to say, that's why I was asking, like, why would you want, so even with the production value that you put into it, with the consideration and everything that you put into these videos, right? Why would you want, if that was the case, like if you had an OnlyFans or a Patreon or whatever, why would you want people to know who you are?
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't do it. I would have to do face, no case, because I just don't want someone to be like, oh my goodness, this kid, blah, blah, blah. It would have to be that for me. Just the mystery of it, right? But here's the problem. That means anyone who watches nasty stuff, which is a good portion of the world, could possibly come upon this and watch it. Somebody's homeboy or homegirl could show it to somebody. What if somebody's homeboy or homegirl is a family member of mine?
True.
And they're not realizing that they're looking at my body and they're getting turned on by my body and you're doing this by, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want that.
That's and like then people who find out that their fathers are like their number one subscribers to their OnlyFans
solos and stuff like that. Come on, man! Like you have to think about stuff like that. I'm sorry, you do, because I can't imagine if I was a porn star. Like think about like Kier Noor and all these other people. Do you know if those people who have those family members probably can't even watch porn peacefully because they know you're everywhere. So they skip. They can't even do it because they know they're probably gonna see a clip art of you. At a 1 minute, 30-second stage video, getting your back blown out. And now they're not even horny no more.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I couldn't imagine.
exactly. So no.
No, I
No.
couldn't imagine. That's why I was like, that's what. Okay, once upon a time when I actually tried to, when I was going to do that OnlyFans thing, it's like you have to separate everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to set up like a Google phone number and all that other stuff. Like it was just like I needed to be as separate as I possibly could because nowadays social media links everything through like your phone number and your email account and all that other stuff. Oh yeah, your contact yada 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 might be on this, that, and the third. And it's like, no, I don't want these people to be connected with me on this level for a reason.
I don't need anybody to look at me more different than they already do. I don't need that. I don't need that type of energy. Like right now, I know I sent a couple of videos to someone and I have been checking my Snapchat periodically throughout the entire day because in my mind, some way, somehow they ended up on my story. They're not there. The videos haven't even been deleted. But in my mind, they there. They there. That's why you always got double, triple check. You know what I'm saying? You gotta ensure. Unfortunately, no phone connection.
Need like two phones.
Yeah, I do have two phones, but in order to send it to someone, I gotta send it. The point is, I can make a killing at it, but you just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Everybody can't do it. Okay. Speaking of OnlyFans and stuff like that, when it comes to production and whatever, touching yourself. How much is too much? Okay. During a recent study, we don't know whose study it was.
Recent study.
During a study, a person, let's just say, went a little HAM on themselves for a week and some days. And the next day, after this 10 to 11 day fuck circus of themselves, they could not produce, come to, or have a climax that they're used to. And they tried again the next day and the next day, and they couldn't do it until they either heard some sexual audio or watched porn. So, what do you think this person should have done in order to fix this problem that they had?
Okay, I have a couple questions. Was the person using the same toy?
It might have got switched up.
It might have gotten switched up. Okay. Another thing is, were these toys like vibrational? Was there suction? Is it like, you said what?
Both of them.
Both of them?
Both of
them. Okay. And another thing, did the person have to like increase the vibration at all? Like the setting that they usually use wasn't given what it normally gave?
They always go max, but it's always at this like a certain time period. So like I feel like everybody knows their time period of like if they do a solo, how it can go, right? So on average, let's just not me, the person they, but me as a person, Candace. I by myself within a minute 10. And sometimes it's very much less. But within a minute,
girl, you doing it off of the regular, like no stimuli, just like my imagination.
Like no audio, no visual. That's just off straight mental, and that's just me taking my time going up each module to get there.
Okay. Oh, going up each module. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is what I'm thinking happened to this person. Okay. One, they got desensitized because they do it often, like they were doing it often. And if you get desensitized, you said what?
Hard as a motherfucker. You said? Sometimes doing two of it.
Yeah. Damn. Okay. So yeah, if you do it that often, even if you just like rubbing it out, you're gonna get to the point where you're going to need more. It's just like, say you dealing with like, it's kind of a similarity, but it's not. But say like you are on a drug, right? And you doing it more and more and more, or whatever, you're going to need more of it or need something else in order to reach the same high that you have. Like eventually your body is going to get used to what it is that you're doing. And so it's going to take a little more for you to get to where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that, and also you may just need to switch it up. Like not necessarily, not you, but the person. So it's like you may the person, you may need to switch it up. Like maybe you're using the toy too much. Maybe it's time for you to switch up your routine. Because again, your body kind of hits a plateau, I guess. And it needs to at some point in time, and you need to switch it up. Like, okay, for example, right? So I used to like get in oral the same way, like every time, but this time I had to switch it up because I'm like, okay, well, my body's not really feeling this no more. There you go. You're working out the muscle and you need to change your routine. So yeah, basically that's what happened. So it's like my body got used to the way that I like to receive oral. So now I need a little extra. Like I didn't used to need internal stimulation, but now I want it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of you may need to switch it up. You may be doing it too much. You have to kind of play with it to figure out where you need to be in order to get where you want to be.
Yeah. So I know the person stopped for like 5 or 6 days. And then when they did it again, they kind of had a good lift off, It was done well. I think sometimes you just start touching yourself,
Sometimes you need to start touching yourself.
Go self a break. Because even you can overstimulate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like you might need to relax because technically with the amount of bodies you done caught with yourself, we could slut shame you. We could slut shame you. Thursday's his third leg day. I'm screaming.
Thursday.
Yes, that is true. That is true. And then also what I found out is I think having ADD or ADHD can also affect your like libido, and then also just how much you have and want and desire for sex sometimes, which I thought was pretty interesting. But yeah, I think sometimes you can like, do it too much. So then it's like, when is too much too much? Like, do you only stop because you're like, okay, I have fucked myself to the point that I don't even feel nothing no more, or it's taking a lot for me to get there, or whatever. Like, when's your thought process? Because like for me, one time when I did it, other than when this person did it, it was when I was like, I have to have audio. Like I have to have audio or I have to have visual. Because it was getting to the point that like I was sitting there. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, I'm not even thinking about nothing. I'm hearing him in my head. I'm hearing the good girl, and you take that, and I'm like, yeah, it's yours. You know what I'm saying? And all this other stuff, and it's just not working like it usually does. So I literally was like, okay, fine. Let me just get my phone. Literally, the page loaded. I scrolled. Saw a clip. That's it. I just needed to look at it. I didn't even watch the damn video. I just looked at it. It was gone already.
Maybe you needed the visual stimulation, dog. I'm just because like, okay, so for me, if that something like that happens, that means I'm in my head. Like there, and I could like feel like I'm not necessarily thinking about something, but for some reason, like it can be like a mental block for me. And if I'm having a mental block, it ain't going down. Like I would have to have some type of stimuli outside of that in order to to come or whatever. But it's just like for me, I would have to be like stressed out or trying to relieve myself in some type of way if I feel like I got a lot going on. But if my head is not in the right place, then it's not gonna get me there. So I don't know. I don't know, man.
This is true. I don't know. I just feel like sometimes, and this is why when we tell people, like, I feel like, yeah, sending visuals to a person, obviously you're giving them visuals, right? You're looking at them. Like, you're making them feel some type of way because they're like, oh, I remember when I was in that body, or like, oh, I can't wait to have that body, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
But also, audio does 10 times more damage because now you're really using like your mind to where you want to go with it, and if you're just hearing it. And we talked about this in the Discord. If you're not part of the Discord, make sure you guys go sign up for it. I'm actually going to drop the link for it so you guys can go in there and discuss whatever you want to discuss or talk about whatever. We really do have some cool ass people. So if you guys want to come in and have a great time, you know, come in, you know, have a good one. You just gotta come in it.
You good?
I just thought it was a good one.
Okay. All right. But yeah, you guys should join our Discord.
Yeah, you guys gotta join our Discord. So that way you guys can have some discussions with us. So we had a really in-depth discussion about this and just kind of learning what's good, what's not good, what toys are really good to use. When do you think your stopping point is? Have you ever had issues, you know, coming, whatever? So, you know, we talk about some pretty in-depth stuff in there. So make sure you guys join, sign up, and you know, come have a good conversation with us. And even besides, and it's a safe space. So you can really talk about anything, and you know, everybody will rally around you if you're having issues, you know, relationship wise, yourself wise, whatever the case may
be. Yeah, I would definitely say that we do have a great group of people in our Discord. And you know, the conversation is definitely free flowing, and you know, stuff is funny. We do have one person who is completely dedicated to our hashtag Titty Tuesday, so shout out to him.
Dream, shout out to Dream. You almost got
shout out to Dream.
Almost got kicked out the daggone Discord because you wanted to sit here and skip a week. It
was only 1 week. I felt like, you know, you may have given him a little bit too much for this 1 week skipping. I'm just saying.
He do it every He's skipped before. This is the third strike. This is not like his first.
Was it his third strike? I didn't know.
Third strike.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, shout out to Dream because he's our dedicated hashtag Titty Tuesday person. Yeah, he is. I'm concerned about, you know, what his search history look like, but you know, that's not my business. So, you know,
and they're never
shout out to him again. You said what?
It never repeats. That's scarier.
There never repeats, and that's why I'm like,
how many I got watching, my man? Like, what's going on? What's on your phone that you got?
That's the Flintstones. I'm sorry, I just saw the comment. My bad.
Almost had a stalker with them eyes.
Yes, bright eyes. Yes. Okay. Yes. Congratulations. All right, sir.
Yeah.
No, but I listen. I'm sure it was dope. I know my experience with Flintstones was everything. So yeah, I mean, you know, shout out to Bright Eyes for getting those. I keep trying to see Hayes to them, but you know.
Let me get a man. Let me get a man.
Okay, facts. All right. Okay. Yeah. I got you.
Anyway, also when it comes to touching too much, when is it and you knowing when you have to switch up the routine, when do you need to know to switch the routine when it comes to you and your same-sex partner? Not same-sex gender, same-sex.
Like same-sex, the person that you're having sex with on a regular basis.
Continuously.
Okay.
Sexual partnership that you have with a person. I personally have not been with a person that long to know when it's time to switch something up. I have had a same-sex person. Like I have had like a monogamous, well, I was monogamous, but I have had a person that I strictly only had sex with for maybe 6 years. Okay. And when it came to bedroom stuff, there was only a good couple of times that there was introductions to new stuff. Like there was things that was already set in plan, but then like new things coming into play. You know what I'm saying? So instead of getting spankings, now I get paddles. That's a new thing, right? Or instead of getting tied down, it's just hands on wrist. It's like little tiny stuff. It doesn't mean that it's a whole new production, but it's just little tiny things inserted here and there just to give it a little flavor, a little zhuzh it up a little bit. But the basis was always the base. I got to the point where if I got a tap on the hip, I knew exactly what that meant. I knew what move to go to next, So, and they always say, like, you never want to get to a point when you're doing routine sex or whatever, because it's just going to be the same and it's going to plateau. So when do you know / what is it that you could do to possibly I don't want to say necessarily spice it up to make it different, but to make it anew?
Okay. So
Drop some comments. Go ahead.
I don't know if this is on the same vein, but okay. So I hope Deucer don't be mad, but I'm gonna give my personal experience. So there was a conversation that I had with Hubducer because I was feeling like I wasn't, getting the same level of I don't know the words I'm looking for right now, but like I wasn't on the same level as I was when it came to us being intimate. And so instead of, this is what you don't do. Okay. So instead of keeping it to yourself, you have to, communicate. And it was like, it wasn't that it was bad. It was just like, it wasn't on the same level that it used to be, type of thing. And so we had to have an entire conversation around this. And like, we had the conversation and it was like, we both had to get out some frustrations. And then we were both like, okay, well, this is what the problem is. And this is, this is how we fix it. And, this is how I want to be touched. And this is what I want, I want to happen. This is how I'm feeling, blah, blah, blah. So we got all of that out and then we're intimate afterwards. And it was amazing. So it was just like, for the both of us, it was sort of like this block, like this roadblock. And we just had to figure out a way to get around that roadblock. So I think what you really should do if you want to switch things up, or if, things aren't what they used to be, is that the first thing is you communicate. And tell your partner, because we're not mind readers. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't, even though we may be on like the same wavelength or whatever the case may be, we still have to talk to each other and tell each other what it is that we want, how we want to be touched. If there's a specific move or whatever the case that you want to happen, if you're trying to be tied down, whatever, you have to say something like that. That's the first thing. And it honestly just starts small. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be, because a lot of people are nervous when they have to have these conversations with their partners. And what people don't realize is that sometimes you and your partner may be feeling the same way. You just have to actually broach the topic. Something new to try with her man. You talking about me? Who we talking about? You should try jamming a pine cone in your, what the God. Okay. Yes. See, I love that idea. Like, I'm also a bookworm, and I'm telling you, when I'm like dark romance, I am dark romance all day. Okay. And maybe I should start doing that. Like, hey, can we reenact this scene right here? Like, let me just screenshot you the page, and I just need you to read this and take notes. That's it. That's all. I don't need much else. But yeah, just be open and be honest about it.
So do you
chase with the mints? Okay.
So chase with the mints. Oh. I don't have a man. So what am I gonna be trying? That's the point, guys. I don't have one. So what am I supposed to be trying new with? With who? Who am I supposed to be doing this with? Huh? Any candidates that y'all thinking about? Because I don't got them. They not. I don't got nobody.
Bright eyes. I don't know what that is, but I'm about to go straight to my Kindle to see what it is. So yeah.
But okay,
I got book recs. Send them to me. Okay, listen.
What I will say is that, like, it sounds like in this situation that I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to share this out. It seems like there was a blockage in communication.
Yeah.
And then once that blockage was released, so was the nut. So it just feels like, once again, when people go communication, I tell you my shit. Communication has got you blue balls, brother. Yeah. Communication got blue balls. Okay. If you're having a fight with your spouse or your partner, if you guys are having a disagreement about something, if you're irritated about something and you haven't voiced that, anything of that notion, even if you're like not that upset that you're like, okay, well, I'm not gonna just skip out on sex, I'm not gonna skip out on intimacy, because of that thought process in the back of your head, because you haven't like dealt or talked about it, it's still sitting there while you're trying to have sex with this person or be intimate with this person. And because of that, you're getting even more annoyed that this is bothering you, and this person doesn't even have a clue. Doesn't even have a clue. Is not even aware of what's going on. And you're like, look at you, just playing in my pussy, not even know I'm mad at you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're getting mad at the fact that they have a nerve to touch you like this, even though all you have to do is open your mouth and say, hey, this is what's been really bothering me, and I would like to get it clear. Because as much as we are saying, like, we like to say, oh, mad sex is like the best sex, whatever. It's not. It's not anger that you're having sex with.
It's resentment.
It's resentment. It's the frustration that you can't. Okay, I'll say this. Mad sex is cool. I would rather not have mad sex, because to me, that means we are both so infuriated with each other or annoyed or something that we can't use our brains, our voices, our minds to communicate with each other, our feelings, and we're releasing it through sex.
Right.
Like, we're taking out our frustration on each other's bodies in a very erotic, like hardcore way. And then releasing as if that was our, I'm sorry. Like, you know, are we good now? No, because you know why? Post-nut clarity.
Yep.
Okay. You'll get so frustrated. You do it. You're fucking each other's brains out. You're getting that out. And then you lay there and you have that blissful afterglow for like 3 seconds. And that shit comes right back in your brain because you really didn't talk it out. You really didn't say what you need to say to this person for it to, you know, be okay between the two of you. You just use as a way to say sorry. Use sex as a way to communicate. Use sex as a way to say thank you. Like, no, that's not how you're supposed to do it. Intimacy is supposed to be something that you do by itself. It's a desire, it's a want, it's a need sometimes. But to include it in communication blockage will just ruin it.
Yeah, no, I don't think, honestly, I feel like if you're having a communication blockage, it's not the best time to attempt to have sex at all. Because, and I'm just going to speak from my personal experience. Like, if I'm frustrated, if I'm feeling like any type of level of resentment towards my partner, I'm not going to enjoy it. Like, you honestly just sticking it in a hole right now, because I'm not feeling it. And, you know, it's like, and like you said, intimacy is like a want, it's a need, it's necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm connecting with you on this level, on this level where, you know, it's like both of us are vulnerable, both of us are pretty much stripped emotionally, and, you know, we're connecting in the physical, but we have this great connection. That is what the intimacy is for me. So if I have some type of blockage towards this person, like if there's a communication blockage, if we're having any type of issue anywhere, I'm not going to enjoy it. Like, is literally no point.
Yeah. At all. So exactly. And they can't work through the problem until you say it's wrong. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes it's difficult to say what's wrong. Like, sometimes it's hard to open up. You know what I mean? The matter is that you're just going to, and it's really like the same thing with marriage, like in any type of relationship, for real. Whatever is bothering you is not going to be fixed unless you can open up and discuss it with your partner. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's not, you have to really figure out if it's worth fixing for you. Like, if you want to still be intimate with this person, if you still want to be with this person, if you still want to have this happy, relationship or whatever, you have to be able to get around however it is you're feeling, and get around that being nervous, or that feeling of possibly being rejected, or misunderstood or whatever. You have to get past that and be able to express how you're feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do it in a way that's not hurtful to the both of y'all. I mean, like, how are you supposed to fix shit if you can't open your mouth and be like, hey, this is what's up, or ask your partner, hey, what's up? Because I noticed that we've been off a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Main point. I hate intimacy, but my partner needed it. We had to talk about it. We both viewed sex differently. And that's another thing.
That's another
Is
thing.
definitely two different variables to like a lot of different people. I used to think intimacy was sex. And then I kind of just realized a while ago, actually, thankfully I did, intimacy is not sex. That is, intimacy is a gaze, a holding hands, my one hand on thigh, other hand on steering wheel.
Yes, that's the one. That's the one right there.
Opening the door for me while giving me a little pat on my ass. Like, intimacy is like any subtle connection between the two. And some people just
Shout out to Hubuther, because intimacy today was washing my hair in the shower. Like, who knew I needed that?
You got your hair
You know what I'm saying?
in the shower?
He washed my hair in the shower. Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's intimacy. Like, people think intimacy is like, oh, you're not being intimate enough with me. You're not touching me enough. It doesn't have to be that all the time. I've seen like, this couple on TikTok who does this like intimate, emotional, mental connection thing, where they kind of just sit and face with each other, and they just different body parts while looking at each other. It could just be touching each other's feet, then touching each other's legs, knees, thighs, chest, shoulders, arms, hands, face, nose, lip. Like, it's just looking at each other while doing this, because to them that's like reconnecting them to one another. If like, and I think they're married, so it's like, we're married, we're supposed to be as one. I have to feel you as one. What you touch, I touch. What you feel, I feel. So having that type of like deeper intimacy can also help, because he views sex as an emotional connection. I view sex as a biological need.
So he's like, what is it? Is it demisexual, where you have to have some type of connection with the person, like emotional, mental connection type of thing?
It's like sex is like something that the body just needs, like in reproduction, or just to get a nut off, and he's more of like I need that deeper emotional whatever to each other, like
Shoulders and thoughts.
oh,
You know what? I got it.
I can send it to him. I'm sending it now.
Oh, I was already copying and pasting, but
oh no, go ahead. Get your hand. So yeah. So then also then it comes in. You see what I'm saying here? You see what I'm saying?
But my bad.
Yeah. But also, what I think is, what I think is pretty deep and cool about like these things, it's like you need to talk. You need to have a conversation. You need to talk. And if you don't have a conversation, you don't talk. What leads to it? Divorce.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, a beautiful couple that we all know that most don't love, Jeannie Mai and Jeezy, the rapper.
I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it, because they were couple goals. Like, I love them. I loved them for us. I really did.
Oh, Jeannie Mai was a TV show talk host. She's also very known in the fashion world and everything. And we all know Jeezy as Jeezy. Okay. Mm-hmm. And therefore they got married. I think 2020 or whatever.
2021. They got married 2021.
And they had a baby, Monaco. They named the baby Monaco after the place where they had this very heartfelt, intimate moment with each other. So that's why the baby's name is Monaco. Mm-hmm. And he apparently has filed for divorce. Now, nothing has been said from either party, but apparently he has been filed for divorce. First of all, I want to know whose job is it to be looking all day, every day on each state's like open public record sheet to see what's going on new in the world to find out who's getting divorced and who's staying together. How much you get paid to do that? To just be nosy.
I mean, think of places like the Shade Room and stuff like that, like TMZ. Like you're literally a whole gossip column, so you keep up with everything.
It's the point that like this is public news. Like it's like when you file for divorce stuff, like this is public stuff. But like my thing is, who's going to look for that? You know what I'm saying? Like who's doing the search for that? Regardless of the fact, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, she had a black male fetish, therefore that's the reason why she, did it." And what's going on?
Hello, sir. Why can't I hear your audio up here? What's happening?
I had to change some things around. Hey!
EMS. Hi.
What did I miss?
I kind of like this 2 up top, 1 at the bottom.
That's normally what it is. All I'm saying is I'm not used to this side. Give me my other side back.
No, you good with this one. You good. I like this. I like this dynamic. It looks good. I like it. I like it.
No, I thought it was usually 1 up top, 2 at the bottom. Is it really 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom? Is it like that all the time?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it's just different because he's at the bottom.
Yeah,
that's at the bottom.
Yeah. Now I bet you.
All right. Okay, bright eyes.
But in this case, a lot of people. So the point is with them, and this is the reason why their separation or their separation or accusation of separation is different, is because a lot of people who have watched or known Jeannie Mai, whatever, she was married to a white man. That doesn't matter, but some people it does. She was married for 10 plus years to this man named Freddie something. Okay, but his name is Fred. So she was married to him for 10 plus years. She went into that marriage telling him, I do not want kids. I don't want to give birth to a child. I don't want to do that because I want to live my life. I am on the road all the time. I travel all the time. I know I'm not going to give my child what they need. And she also has had some very childhood abuse situations that happened to her that also could have been part of that reason why she didn't want to have a kid. He said the same thing. They've been married blissfully for 10 plus years. Everything was great. Towards the end of those 10 plus years, she noticed that her then husband was looking at kids a little different, was around kids a little different. And then he finally voiced, I do want a kid. I do want a child. And she's like, I can't do that. I already told you I don't want a kid. I can't. Now, for what we know, that is the main basis, but there could be other things. But her main thing was, I cannot give you a kid. I just can't do it. Now, during the divorce, it got really nasty. Just a lot of nastiness came, and she voiced that she never thought that he would be the person that he was through the divorce. So obviously, there were some issues. And yes, and he did lie, because you have to have the notion that maybe one day I might change my mind. And if you might not change your mind, then if you might change your mind, don't do it. If you might change your mind, don't say nothing. Don't waste anybody's time. And what hurt the most, honestly, is because even though they had finalized their divorce, they had only been going through a divorce for maybe like 6 months or so. And by the time that they were only almost done finalizing their divorce, there was a woman by Freddie pregnant already for like 5 months. She was already 5 months pregnant. So there was some form of cheating in at the end in some notion. Okay. Now they get divorced. You wrap this up. They get divorced. She gets into her single bag. Jeannie is running the fucking streets. Okay. She goes to the work. She heals mentally, physically, emotionally. Now she's running these streets, dating every month in the business. Okay. She runs into Jeezy. Jeezy's like, Jeannie, let me take you on a date. Jeannie, let me do this. Jeannie, let me do that. Jeezy chased after Jeannie. Okay. Jeezy chased after Jeannie. All right. She fell in love again. Wasn't wanting to, didn't expect it to happen, but she got swindled and swooned. Got married. The night they got married, she got pregnant. Okay. And then they have this baby. And she said, I wasn't wanting children. Jeezy already had his kids. So I still was okay with not having kids. But then they started getting closer and having discussions. She's like, maybe it's just because I didn't want to have kids and everything like that. And then also because I was with the wrong person to have kids. But you also have to understand, Jeannie was married for 10 plus years. Not one baby came out of that.
Mm-hmm.
You get with a man, and they said they did attempt to have a child beforehand, and it failed, and it failed. So before they even got married, they tried to have kids. The night they got married, she got pregnant. Okay, sometimes some things just happen with the wrong time, wrong place. Right time, right place, person.
Mm-hmm.
So now what everyone's getting upset about or whatever is the mere fact that Jeezy won file divorce from Jeannie. So it's like, well, what could have the woman done for him to want to file divorce, right?
Well, it's always the woman.
Yeah. And then two, you tricked her into this marriage, swindled her, got her up off her feet, got her pregnant, have her had a child. She loves her child, is excited about having a child. That's not the point. The point is she was dead set on not having kids. And you made her feel safe enough to then have the said child.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're pulling the rug underneath her feet.
Yeah. Like she stepped outside of herself in order to, you know what I'm saying? Like to have a baby. Because Jeannie said all day long, I don't want kids. I don't want to have children. And now I'm stepping outside of what my wants were. Like the person that I decided that I was going to be. I'm stepping outside of that to grow this family with you.
Mm-hmm. And he was like close with her family. She's really close with his family. And I think that's really what it is. Is just if he probably did. He probably did. Or she just probably fell in love. Like sometimes, like for example,
the right man will make you let your guard down.
Like a friend of mine, she got married and they were married for basically for 3 years. And then she found out he was cheating with his coworker. Okay, whatever. But this man was shooting her club up like nobody's business for 1.5 years straight. Okay, to try to have a baby. And nothing. They get divorced. They separate. Okay. 3 months later, she meets this dude. They start talking, blah, blah, blah. Within a month, pregnant. Sometimes it's wrong place, wrong person. So, and I know she's very happy that she has her child. She loves it. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those, you don't realize how much you did want a child until you have one. Right. And I'm not saying that, see, now you're pregnant, now you had your child, see, now you're happy about it, now you whatever. She probably still has days where she's just like, I still probably didn't want to do this or whatever. But I don't know. It's just, I don't want to say that because they got married. Like he already had, like they got married, and of course they consummated their marriage. And she ended up having a baby out of it.
I just say it's too much up for speculation, honestly.
You
like
okay?
I'm right. You need some water?
I have it. I've been drinking. Okay. It's just it won't go away.
No.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I think if you're
we didn't want to make sure you are right.
I'm all right.
I think you're trying to like hold off for the show. I think you just need to like actually like force it.
Let it go.
Make it jiggle.
Not on the show.
Because have you ever had the middle of the night you're about to die cough? Oh
yes.
My God. I had one the other night. Bro, that shit scares me so bad. Cause like you're waking up out your sleep. Like you're springing up and it feels like something went down you actually drunk something down into your lungs. And you're trying to you're trying to like clear it. When I tell you mine gets bad, I'm literally like, I'm crying. I'm literally having tears come out of my eyes because I'm trying to cough and clear my throat and it won't do it, and I'm trying to drink water, but because I feel like I'm choking, my throat's rejecting the water, so it won't go down, and I'm like, I'm about to die.
Oh my Lord. Yeah,
Oh,
no. Usually for me, it's like and it is like that. I gotta jump up and cough type of thing because it feels like, something has completely taken your breath away type of thing. Like
yeah, it's scary as hell, man. I don't know why our bodies do that, but it is super annoying.
I
I
needed
will
to
tell
not.
you that.
I needed to not. Okay. I needed to not do that. But I mean, if it's like, if I stop breathing and this is the way my body is waking me up, all right, then okay, I understand. But like, if I'm just like choking on nothing, I don't know. That shit's scary
Yeah, for no reason. For
for
absolutely
no reason. Absolutely no reason.
I'm sorry I got us sidetracked.
It's
no,
okay.
it's not
Again,
sidetracked.
we just want to
Like,
make sure you good.
Yeah, I'm good.
okay. Um, so if you guys were to get, well, all right. If you guys were to get divorced, all right, okay. This
Where the
would
wood
be
at? I don't got no wood to knock on. But go ahead.
okay. If there was a reason for there to be any form of separation, that's better.
There you
And
go.
reason for any form of separation, do you guys think that you would try again?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If me and
With
Abdusser,
other people,
that's
not
what I
again with each
know. I
other.
said, well,
Other people.
if it's together, sure. Let me, if we can work around whatever issues we're having, absolutely. But if it doesn't work out and I am about to be single, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Just
I never
put
say
me,
never. I'll tell you that.
you are,
The reason why I say that, my mother, after her and my father got a divorce, said she'll never do it again. And well, she did it again. So you
I,
never know. You never
I
know what
would,
could happen.
I
So,
would probably be somebody for the companionship. I'll probably be with somebody for, the sex or whatever. But I would never get married again.
Mhm.
Just, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with marriage. I'm not saying that there is anything wrong with, having that partner for the rest of your life because, ultimately for a lot of people that's the goal. You know what I'm saying? But I have already joined my life with
not the
somebody.
villain arc begins.
Listen, facts. You understand me? I will go straight into my villain era. I will be for the streets. I am not getting married again. I've already joined my life with somebody. We have already connected and blended our families, and we've blended bank accounts, and we've blended this, that, and the third, and we are a unit, and we have this, whole, goal in mind and everything. Like we are one track mind in it. And then for any reason, if for any reason that falls off, I'm not doing it with somebody else. Are you kidding me? My kids are teenagers. You understand? So at this point, if it don't work out, it's gonna be me and my children. They're gonna go off to college, and I'm gonna be living my best life in my 40s, 50s, however, whatever age I am. If it was to ever happen, I'm just doing me, and that's it, and that's all. I would not be able to do it because I mean, like people don't understand. Like, marriage is work. Like I understand, all relationships are, but when you married to somebody, I can't get up and say I don't want to be with this person no more because that's just not a factor.
I'm
You know what
just
I'm saying?
I'm
At
just
least
saying.
not for not
I
for
just got
working
this one
class
thing to say.
people.
You ain't making marriage sound too great. I'm just saying.
Listen, I love you. You can sit up here and lie and say that being married to me sometimes does not make you want to pull. Well, you ain't got no hair right now, but whatever hair you got, you know what I'm saying? It just makes you want to pull your hair out sometimes
That's
because
but that comes with any relationship in general. Not
it
every
does come
relationship
with any
is
relationship in general. However, with marriage, it's on another level. What do you
Mhm.
say?
However, comma.
However, comma. However, comma. However, comma. It's on another level.
I can't say it's on another level.
It's on another level for me. And the reason why I say it is because any other relationship that I've been with, and any other person that I've been with in the past, I have not put the same care, the same level of care into my relationship as I have put into my relationship with you.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you are my partner, you're the person that I want to. Like, even when, for example, the conversation that we had today, when we got everything out into the open, not the stroker, not the stroker. Shut up, Forrest. When we got everything out into the open,
Yeah, hold on. You all right, Chase?
This is so beautiful. Like you're her partner. Like,
she get on my nerves.
hashtag light skin black love. You know what I'm saying?
Light skin black love. Why can't it just be black
Why
love?
can't this be black love?
Light skin black love is different.
You old colorist.
She is. Thank you.
I am not.
Why it's gotta be light skin black love? Why can't it just be black love?
Are you both not light skin?
What's
No,
that got to do with
I'm not
anything?
light skinned. I'm
We
caramel.
still black.
Thank you very much.
You sound like me.
You said what?
Duluth.
Whatever. Not Sex Luther. Shut up.
You haven't noticed that
Oh my
Genocide Circus has been
God.
doing that this whole time?
You get on my nerves.
But
He's
But
having a
like
good
I was
time.
saying, like I was saying, with you being my person, you are the one where I'm like, I will step outside of myself to make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing to make you happy as well, because that's essentially what we're supposed to be doing for each other. And when it got to a certain point in my other relationships, I could have given a fuck less. You understand? Like that was where I was. I was like, you don't want to act right. Why do I need to act right? Like, why we even have to be together at, you know what I'm saying, at all? Like that was where my mind was at. But I'm not there. Like right now, I'm going to drag you along with me kicking and screaming if you didn't get your shit together. That's it. You know, so again, I'm not doing this for nobody else. That's it and that's all. Like you the end all be all, dude. If it don't work out with you, then marriage is just not for me.
Okay.
I would like to get in one before I start thinking something else. Let me try one out. Let me try one out first before.
Like as she said, there's marriage is definitely an everyday work. You have to get up and choose. You have to choose this life. There's
You
no
gotta choose to want to be with this person every single day. Every day. Even
It's
when
just
he
that
leaves
simple.
his socks in the living room. Okay. Even when he get up in the morning and his side of the bed ain't made. You understand what I'm saying? Even when he leave his dishes on the table instead of putting them in the sink. You got to
Talked about some more.
he like don't get fucked up.
But no, so like
you sure enough want to pull things
No,
out
but
that
I
I
can
do.
pull my
Boy.
cards too, because I know I'm a handful. I know I'm a handful, especially because I'm a brat. So I know, I be giving as good as I get, if not more. I know my like I got a smart ass mouth.
I think it also
Your mouth ain't the issue. But go ahead, Chase. What
We
you
gonna
were
talk
saying?
about my mouth. Go ahead.
I think that also
Woman.
to just being in relationships or just in marriage in general, that there has to be some ideal thing that you see in this person that you want to keep going. I think that's the reason why people say, like, just because you're married doesn't mean you stop dating. You know, you have to still put in that effort. Like, you still have to want to keep going in that function. You know, if you started off doing this for me, don't change up just because now we're in a different situation, we're at a different level, we're in a different place. You know, if you always got me flowers on Wednesday, don't stop doing that. I want
Stop doing that.
that our flowers are always on Wednesday. I hate flowers, so don't do that to me. But like, you know, it's just one of those things where it's just like, you know, if you know, no matter every
I know
time
you love flowers.
every time I come home, you what? Oh, you like
She
flowers?
said
I
she
love
likes
flowers.
Me personally, I
Niggas
don't.
don't buy them, no. I gotta buy them for myself.
Yeah, flowers suck, man.
I don't believe in it.
They attract bugs. They die all the damn time. Like, what's the point? You're ripping the ground out. You're ripping nature out the ground just to look at something in a vase for it to die 7 days later. Not even 7. Maybe
I don't understand what your point is. You and Hubducer can get out my face with that shit. I'm gonna buy me some flowers if I want some flowers.
You're welcome to. And occasionally I do buy her flowers.
Occasionally he does.
But there
Yeah,
was one time I bought her favorite plant for her to keep alive.
he did, and that joint died. I was so sad.
You were so sad when you was doing a job to take care of it.
I was taking care of it, but it was just like, so orchids are really hard to take care of in a specific climate. And so, because they're like tropical ish. So, like our house wasn't exactly the best place for the orchid to thrive because it wasn't in direct sunlight. And yeah, it was rough. But it was a very nice gesture.
Oh my god. Talking about divorce and shit. Why do people stay in relationships that they don't care about anymore? And then also, why do people stay in relationships that they know their partner doesn't care about anymore?
I
think
just
there's a
don't.
level of complacency on both sides.
Yeah. You get used to that person being there. That's all it is.
Yep.
You just get comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just
You
complacent.
know
Like
what
you
that
used to
person's
that
going to
person
be.
being
You
there.
know what that person's going to do. You know what they're not going to do. Sometimes you just don't feel like trying to learn anyone else at that point in time. I've done it. I did it for shit. More than I wish I'd done it.
Not more than I wish I had done it.
Yeah,
That's
it
what he
was like
said.
what? Let's see, 1, 2, like 4 or 5 years. Yeah. You don't get wrong. It's not always bad. You when it started off, it was good and just progressively, slowly but surely, just got worse. And then you're just there now. You're not mentally there. Your emotions aren't there, but you're there.
I think for me, like, because this happened to me too, and I think it happened to me with my
Trying
kid's
to digest.
father.
That's
You said you trying to wait.
trying to just digest that. That's like having toilet paper on the roll and never using the bathroom. Like, hey, I never go, but it's there. Just in case I need to go, it's there. Like,
Some people scared of being alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I don't want to be with this person no more, but I'm not trying to be with myself because
Yeah,
there's a fear of actual being alone.
you get used to having someone next to you, and all of a sudden now you have no one next to you. You're like, fuck.
It's like this nigga get on my last nerve, but I'm not trying to sleep in the bed by myself. I don't want to be in this apartment by myself. I don't want to
God damn,
be
she get on my nerves. But
lonely.
shit, at least she here.
Right.
I
Like,
think
nah, it's just
that old. I don't want to say old. I feel like that's elder. I don't want to say elderly, but elderly marriage where it's like we're just like you see so many TV shows when it brings up like elder marriage and they go, "How long did you make it last so long?" and stuff like that. It's just like it usually some of them pretty much say you just come to a point where you realize he is who he is and I am who I am, and it's just better to accept it than to keep fighting. And once we both accepted it, kind of were okay.
That's. I mean,
And I think that's kind of what happens. You instead of just sitting here, why don't you give me more love? Why don't you do this? Why don't you wash the dishes more? Why don't you put on the lingerie? Why don't you blah, blah, blah? Instead of it being why don't you, it should be, you know, I have to accept. I accept that you don't wash the dishes like that. You just gonna have to be off paper plates and killing the planet more and more. But if that's what needs to happen, that needs to happen. I accept that you won't wear lingerie that much. But you know what? Your body looks good in a nice nightgown, so I'm gonna still take that ass down. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the have to learn to get to a compromising position to learn like, is this worth
the argument?
Getting into a fight? Like, is this worth the argument? Yeah.
Is this worth the energy to put out there and potentially nothing happens?
Yeah.
And truly that's what marriage is. You have to learn to accept the person for who they are. If they're going to change, they'll change on their own.
Yeah.
But I always used to say, find the person whose bullshit you're willing to put up with.
Yeah. But you have to find the battles too. They get to fight the certain battles. Like I feel like there's gonna be a point where some people just go, it's not worth the fight anymore. It's just not worth. I feel like once you get to the point where you say it's not worth the fight, you've at that moment came the decision in your mind that you and that person are not together anymore. Because but I'm just saying, there's a difference between saying, is it worth fighting about it versus it's not worth the fight.
See,
like I don't like because this is what I'm saying. Is it worth fighting about it? Is this gonna if me and you together and I'm like, you were supposed to clean this damn garage 4 years ago. It is still damn ain't clean. We've been going 4 years strong. You saying tomorrow. Okay, we've been saying tomorrow for the past 4 years. If I say something to you today about it, is anything going to change tomorrow? 1,000,000 times, no. Okay, so is it worth me fighting about this? Okay, but if I get to the point 7 years later, okay, and I look in that garage and I open the door and I still don't see it's clean, because this could have been my breaking point. Like, this could have been the breaking point, and I still don't see it's clean. I could just go, it's not even, it's not worth it.
It's not even worth it.
It's not even worth it. It's not enough for me to even talk about. And I feel like that's a give up. Like, it's not enough for me to talk about. The simple stuff, I would want my partner to bug me about the simplest shit, even if it's a pencil in the wrong place, because that means you still get aggravated enough by me and care enough that you want me to change for you. You still want me to change for you. Once I stop hearing you complain about certain stuff, that's when I feel like I would get worried. Because now you've gotten to the point where you're like, you know what? I'm not even going to argue.
It's not even worth it.
It's not even worth it. I don't even care anymore. I don't have any more energy to waste on you. I want you to waste your energy. I want you to.
What is the point of me saying something? What is the point of me saying something if you're just not going to do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, once I start to go quiet about something, if I give up, that means I don't have no more hope left.
I have no more hope no more. I have nothing.
See, that's
left.
the difference with men. We're not going to, if we say it enough times and nothing happens, we're just going to, all right, whatever, and just keep it pushing. I'm not going to look at it as this relationship is hopeless. No, because, shit happens. People forget things.
Yeah, but to forget it every single time somebody says something.
There's a difference between like an incident, right? Or and then they maybe 2-3 times go, and then the incident comes to pass, versus a continuation. That's what I was saying. Like, even it was exaggerated, but still the 4-year thing, right? Like, there's been so many women that I've seen, and I don't like TikTok being the no wall, whatever, but you get to see more people's households. There's more people, more people putting their stuff out there, right? And I don't know if you guys remember I think we talked about this at one point in time, where it was the woman and her husband ended up getting a divorce, one because she kept putting like their business out there online, but also she went on a wife strike. I think we talked about this sometime last year when she went on a wife strike because she just got so tired of asking. Oh, I just threw it in the back of my phone. She got so tired of asking him to just do the simplest things. Pick your socks up, leave the toilet down, wash the dishes after yourself, put your clothes in the washing machine. Like, very simple, not man, not woman, but human things to do in a household. And she went on a wife strike and she just stopped doing them. She stopped it. So if it wasn't her mess and it wasn't her kids' mess, she didn't touch it. That shit went on for maybe 4 days the first time she gave in. The next time it went on 7 days. The time after that, it went on 2 weeks. It took 2 weeks for that man to pick up a piece of paper off the side of the toilet he had dropped. Like, and a lot of other women had started doing this too. And it wasn't because it's a wife strike, but it was a thing. It was just because, you get tired of speaking about stuff all the time. I know why you're looking at me like that. I looked at it. I looked. Don't worry about it. I'm really good. I'm good with my time. I'm still here.
I wasn't talking about that.
Uh-huh.
No,
What was you talking about then? Hubducer, if that is your real name. Oh, you know what? I'm over it. This podcast is done. I'm okay. I'm leaving. I'm hanging everybody up. This is Shays of C. Hayes, no matter how you say it, as long as that flavor stays in your mouth. Always catch me here every single Sunday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Kingsway Podcast. Also on Sundays at 1 p.m. on sparkfmonline.com. Boston's #1 for Urban and Caribbean music. You can find me on the Tap In at 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. with DJ Slick Vic, and, obviously myself, Chase. And new, The Vault with Chase and Duke is back. Okay, The Vault with Chase, and along with my sidekick, my partner.
Not my sidekick, not the second villain.
My Robin to my Batman, my Ace Boon Coon, okay, my Medical Boy to my Aquaman, all right? We are
your Harley to your Joker.
Yes, we are back with a vengeance. Well, I'm back and he's here. Anyways, with a vengeance. Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on YouTube. Please click in and watch in. Once again, my main page is gone. So if you haven't seen me on your For You page, it's because you don't have my backup page, which is C.Hayes INC. Yeah. Oh, and follow me on Instagram, Candy Taste Sweet.
All right, so y'all can find me, of course, here on Sundays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also find me in Hubducer on Tuesdays on YouTube Live and on Facebook Live as well at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on Snack and Flick, where we talk about, entertainment and television, movies, that type of thing. You can follow me on TikTok or IG as Royal_KP. Make sure y'all join our Discord. Just saying.
What? The wife's already put it out there. This is your boy Hubducer, aka Dragon Chills. She said everywhere you can see us at. Other than that, you ain't gonna really see me. I'm gonna try to work on that. Potentially, maybe, possibly, never. I don't know.
Not potentially, maybe, possibly, never. What the hell? Okay. All right. But thank you guys for watching. This is a really great show. We appreciate you guys hanging with us. I believe you'll be able to catch Hubducer in the Discord tonight for the aftercare because I got to work in the morning and I think Chase do too. So good night, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Guys, Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert are separated. Yay.
No, what is happening? Oh, what is going on?
I can't. I gotta go. I can't.